Hi, this is Jonathan Rotz, field agronomist with Pioneer, and once again coming back here talking with you about just being 10% better. What can we do to just move our yields up a little bit more? We're going to kind of round out our fertility talk. I'm not going to really get into some micros and things right now, but I feel like it would be an injustice if we didn't talk about the next biggest user, and one of the things that we really have to pay attention to in my world, and that's sulfur. Now, sulfur used to be a free nutrient that we really got out of the air through acid rain, right? We've cleaned the air up, which is a great thing, but that also means we're not having sulfur deposition on our soils, meaning it has to come from somewhere else. As we continue to remove nutrients through harvest, everything else, our sulfur levels will fall. Sulfur is also somewhat soluble, or water soluble, and can move down through that soil profile. So we have two ways of getting rid of sulfur. I tell guys at this point in time, the way I look at sulfur is if you're putting nitrogen on a crop, bring sulfur along with it. To be quite honest, especially in our liquid nitrogen side, it might be a struggle to get enough sulfur for crop removal, and especially if we're already at a deficit. I'll throw one little caveat in this as well, is that historically when we think about our soil fertility, our research, our development of what we need for fertility, a lot of that research happened back years ago whenever sulfur was basically a free nutrient. So although we have an okay handle on what we need for sulfur, we're just starting to learn what it's like growing crops without it. I always think about 30 to 40 pounds of sulfur in a cropping rotation. Soybeans really love sulfur, but again, we're not typically putting nitrogen on them. So trying to keep some of that around for the soybean crop would be coming through the corn crop. Elemental sulfur is a potential as well, instead of just putting it through your nitrogen program or with things like AMS or things along those lines, but elemental sulfur is very slow to release. However, it does give you that continued release, less likely to leach. Again, all of these fertility topics are big and in-depth, and I don't want to go in-depth because I'm trying to keep this short and concise, just to give you some food for thought to get you to another level in your operation. But if you have any further questions on any of these, please don't hesitate to reach out to myself or your Pioneer sales rep. I hope you have a great day and a wonderful season.
That concludes this Pioneer Agronomy video podcast. Visit our page on pioneer.com and follow us on Twitter and Facebook for more agronomy insights.